out of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
Minnesota making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Bean passes to Pekovic. And the powerful one-handed slam. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Well, Nikola Pekovic, battering ram style of play, but really soft hands for a big guy. I think that combination makes him one of the most effective inside scorers in the league.
Spurs trail by 5. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Levine, covered by Duncan. Parker with the steal. Here's the break. Here's Leonard. Out to Parker. Spurs working the ball around now. And there's the pass to Green. Parker dishes to Splitter. Nobody near Leonard. Another miss by Leonard.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Tim Duncan. Here's Levine. He dishes it to Payne. He feeds it to Neal. 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Payne. Buries it from three-point range. Payne's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 17-6 run. Wiggins kicks to Levine. Parker with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Green leading the charge. Nobody near Leonard. Again, Leonard missing.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
Pekovic with the screen on Green. Parker with the steal. Good. Parker's got 6 points in the quarter.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Some changes for Minnesota. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Payne. Martin comes in for Gary Neal. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Levine. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Morris Diaz checked in for Splitter. Bellinelli comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Ball's knocked loose. Garnett wide open. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Diaw. Cans it from downtown. Diaw's got 5 points so far. There's 21 seconds left now here in the second. Here is Rubio. Minnesota calls timeout. Here's Rubio. In low to Garnett. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. 6 points for Kevin Garnett.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
And so that brings the first half to a close. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. It's been a clinic from Tony Parker.
Well, I love his tenacity defensively. The way he plays at that end of the floor, it's been a major factor here in this game.
And as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance and uncomfortable.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Tremendous output from Parker. He has 8 points and 6 steals.
On the court for San Antonio. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. And it's Splitter in at the 5.
You know, last year the Wolves proved they were competitive. No teams pushed them around. But in the Western Conference, being competitive isn't enough to get you to the playoffs.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul. And Rubio kicks to Begovic.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Duncan with the screen for Parker. Duncan with the screen on Rubio. Off the mark from 16 feet out. Well, the Timberwolves had a losing record of 23-29 against the rest of the West. Steve, they weren't able to stay in playoff contention for too long.
Well, injuries were a part of that, but in general, this team is still missing a few pieces before they can climb that ladder out in the West.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That one on Parker. Minnesota shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And he makes the first. And so Begovic nails both of them.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Pekovic. 8 rebounds, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, it's just a small part of what's been a solid overall contribution by him defensively.
Duncan, the pass to Parker. And the wide open shot from Green. And a miss there on the triple. Pekovic with the screen on Parker. Pass to Garnett. Back to Rubio. Shot clock at 6. Garnett wide open. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
See the way he times his passes so well? It's a great assist.
San Antonio calls timeout.
So much can be said about the Spurs' dominance as a franchise. I mean, 15 straight years of winning 50 games or more during the regular season. You know, last year, they were at least 500 or better against every other team in the league, and they have been since 1976.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Spurs trail by 9. And guys, think about the history of the Spurs. They didn't even come into the NBA until 1976 when they made the transition from the old ABA.
Well, you talk about a fan base that is spoiled. I mean, nearly 4. Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Timberwolves leading by 7. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And that one's good. Pekovic.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
And Leonard has it in the corner. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 16 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Not too many of those shots were dropping for him in the first half, but it's been a different story here in the second.
Martin with it. Leonard picks him up. Martin with the bucket.
Kevin Martin, a great fit in the Timberwolves offense. Always moving off the ball, big-time scorer, and a guy who consistently gets to the foul line as well.
And the wide-open shot from Green. Off target from outside. Puts up a 3. And it's Martin missing. Spurs trail by 8. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Spurs coach Greg Popovich is so highly respected by his peers. Thunder coach Scott Brooks said there are 3 things you can count on: death, taxes, and Pop winning 50 games. Dallas coach Rick Carlisle called him, quote, the best coach in any sport ever and the smartest man in the history of the world. Kevin, he wasn't joking.
High praise indeed. Thank you, Doris. And for Martin, a larger role offensively in Minnesota. His shooting percentages dropped just a bit, Clark, but still pretty good.
Yeah, and in a scorer's role, you can't always look at percentages. That's just a part of the equation. They're asked to put it in the basket a lot. That means they're going to shoot it a lot and have to take tough shots. So the percentages, I think, you have to take those with a grain of salt.
Addition out to Pekovic. Back to Martin. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Their turnovers are really prominent. I know they're leading, but eventually it's going to catch up to them if they keep wasting possession.
They've been so undisciplined, Clark. That's been the most disappointing thing for me here.
Blocked. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins.
Oh, get it! Watch out now. tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely